of the Federal Minister of Works in Lagos State, the Controller, ladies and gentlemen, Federal Minister of Works, Engineer Kesha is here. The Director in charge of Press and Public Enlightenment is here, Mohammed Ahmed. The Managing Director of High Tech Constructions Nigeria Limited is also here, Danny. For want of time, I will restrict the introduction to these people, but that is not without mentioning that the Honorable Minister came with a number of his aides, including the Deputy Chief of Staff, Imam Kashim Imam, SA Protocol Alhaji Ashafa. Ms. Bukola is also here in charge of National Assembly. I would like to, at this point, introduce to His Excellency the Honorable Minister the Royal Majesties that are here. We will not mention all the stakeholders for want of time. Let me start by introducing to Your Excellency Oba Barrister Olusegun Ogunye Ojotumoro Abigi Ijebu Waterside Kingdom. Oba Folailu Adekunle Hassan, the Lenua of Ode Omi Kingdom. Oba Kazim Adesino, Osobia of Makin Omi, Ogun Waterside. His Royal Majesty, Oba Buhari Olainka Balogun Onirokun of Irokun Kingdom is here. He's actually in charge of Ogun Waterside local government under Ogun State. His Royal Majesty, Oba Olusegun Oyiri, the Olosokoro of Osokoro Kingdom is here. The Olosoroko, the Oshoroko of Osho. Thank you very much. Last but not the least is High Chief Tayo Musari, the rep of Oni Beju of Ijebuland, of Ibejuland, Oba Waliu Olunsakami. So sorry for the wrong pronunciation. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, we will go straight to the point. And that is by inviting for her welcome remarks the Federal Controller of Works, Lagos State, Engineer Kesha Olukerede, for just 3 minutes remarks. I welcome you, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. Kábíyèsí o, kádé pẹ́ lórí sà, kí bàtà pẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀ sà, káṣọ pẹ́ lẹ́nu sà, kí ròpẹ̀ pẹ́ lọ́wọ́ sà, ẹ pẹ́ fún wa sà. Ẹ ṣé o, tá pè yín tẹ́ jẹ́ wa, gbogbo bàtà bá ti ń pè yín lẹ́ máa ń jẹ́ wa, inú wa dẹ̀ dùn. Ó ṣó pé you are ardent supporter of Aṣíwájú, and we're glad to see you always. Thank you for the enormous support, sir. Coming back home, my own minister, honorable minister, is no other one than the Dave, the rave of the moment, the action man, the action minister, the tireless minister, the well-focused minister, the directional minister. He has been to Lagos how many times now? Not for want of job or because he's idle, but because he puts the people first. He wants this road to be built, but not at the blood of anybody. As much as possible, he's meeting us halfway, if not all the way. We cannot meet everybody as halfway, all the way. But he's trying. He's very accessible. Please, at this junction, I want us to give the Honorable Minister a round of applause for being a listening minister and a servant leader. Honorable Minister, sir, you're welcome. This is the 4th day in Lagos. It has been going around federal projects in Lagos and Southwest. This is the 4th day. And it didn't come from office. It came from other zone. He is a very tireless and working minister. We're honored to have you once again, sir. Thank you for coming, sir. Well done, sir. This gathering, like we tagged it, is a continuous one. I know that we have held this stakeholders meeting now. If my memory is not failing me, it should be about the 4th or the 5th time. It shows the importance that the Honorable Minister has attached to this project and the people along this axis. It is possible for us to do the road without considering the pains and the concerns of the people. But that's not what we are doing. What we are doing is, as it affects people, we stop to resolve the issues. And a number of you in this hall will bear me witness that the Honorable Minister has attended to, if not 90% of you people. How many minister is accessible like that? Once again, Honorable Minister, we say thank you, sir, for being accessible. And having said that, I'll go straight to why, despite what we may be going through as pains being caused by this road, we should consider the overall benefits. If we allow this road, just like you have been allowing, your support has encouraged us to get to the stage we are. The contractor is moving with the speed of light just because you have cooperated with the project. A round of applause for yourselves. A lot of you have issues, but you're allowing the greater benefits, which is socio-economic benefits, both to the people and to the country, safety of lives and property. Like the Honorable Minister always say, that this is not just an ordinary project. It is an investment. When we allow this road, we're investing into our lives and we're investing into the nation. Once again, we say thank you for coming and God bless you as we have a robust deliberations. Thank you.
Indeed, that was the voice of the Controller General in charge of Lagos. Controller, thank you very much. At this point, we will invite for a brief introduction of the purpose of this stakeholders engagement. The Director in charge of Highways, Bridges and Design, Engineer Bid, Obia, for 5 minutes presentation.
The Honorable Minister, Your Royal Highnesses, please permit me to stand on existing protocol. Unlike the controller, unfortunately, I'm not a Yoruba man, so I can't go the way she went. Thank you very much for that permission, Your Royal Highnesses. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Senior Special Assistants to Mr. President, MD of High Tech, we're here once again. We've shown you this over and over again, and I want to believe that all we have been showing you on the screen, you are now beginning to see it on the ground. I hope I'm right. I hope I'm right. You are beginning to see it on the ground. So will it continue? We will continue to make progress. And as we are making progress, we are not unaware of the fact that there are challenges that come up as we execute. Now, one of the ways of resolving some of these challenges is why we are here today, to engage you, the communities, the individuals that are collectively or individually affected by this road project. Jabu, Cheneziro, we've run through this a number of times. We'll still go through it briefly so that you now know what we are doing and what we intend to do. Our starting point is Amadou Bello Way, and as we speak, I guess we have almost all of section 1 up to the sand filling level. You are seeing it already live on ground. Now, we have some resistances. Some people's properties are affected, and there are protests. I will leave for the enumerators to explain to you why the enumeration should be what it is. We are going all the way to Eleko, proceeding all the way. The total length so far awarded is 103 kilometers, made up of section 1, 47.7 kilometers, and the rest section 2. For section 1, the quantum of compensation already put together is in excess of 18 billion. And so far, the contractor has managed to defrail over 15 billion. That's for section 1. Section 2 is being put together, and as soon as all is done and necessary, we will now make the figure known as well. You will agree with me, we have been very transparent in all we are doing and engaging you as we get along. The second thing, while he's doing that, we would like to also, since you are in Lagos, let's seize the opportunity to let Lagosians know about not an impending problem, but it's a problem that is already on ground, and we are tirelessly striving to bring it to a very good solution. If you notice, the Third Mainland Bridge for some time now has been close to heavy-duty traffic. The reason is not far-fetched. Since after its construction, no major repairs has taken place. All we have been doing then are palliative measures. But in 2013, a study was conducted on some of the piles, and what we saw was mind-boggling. In 2019, another study was repeated, and that 2019 repeat of the study on the piles and then the whole bridge structure led us to recently engage some divers to now study the over 1,000 piles remaining. The study was ongoing, but we don't wait for the study to finish before we begin to profile solutions. The ones that were studied in 2013 and 2019 were already beginning to profile solutions. And part of the solution, it may be too technical, but I want you to know that we're already on top of it, and we're doing our best to get the best hands internationally to solve the problem, so that Third Mainland Bridge will be open to all categories of traffic. These are some of the problems. These are the piles inside the ocean. You're seeing it is very devastating. Most of it, the concretes are now porous, and the salt seawater is attacking the reinforcement. So that's a very big threat, but we are trying to find solution to all that. And we hope that soon. As you can see, this is a pile. Is already affected. We are doing carbonization, trying to stop the further erosion of the reinforcement of the piles, and doing a new reinforcement around it, and it will be covered with another layer of concrete and a casing to guarantee us another 50, 100 years to come. On that note, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming, and we do hope to have a robust engagement with you. If there are issues bothering you, that's the essence of our coming, and we'll be able to allay your fears once and for all. Thank you, and God bless all of us.
Thank you so much. We will go to the main point, and that is by inviting His Excellency, the Honorable Minister of Works, for his address.
Thank you. Thank you very much. When I finish my brief, the contractor will have the opportunity to affirm what we agree in terms of where we want to be, and at the time we want to be there on the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, and of course the SSA to Mr. President on community engagement. We appreciate the people of Southwest, and then we will have up to 1 hour for questions, answers, remarks. We want to give you enough time. The Royal Majesties that are here, I want to thank you people so much for honoring us at a very short notice, coming for this very important public engagement. And to our dear Director in charge of Design and Bridges, Engineer Obioha, the Director of Works Lagos State, a woman that is more than a man, Engineer Kesha, the complex managing director of High Tech, because how he's doing it, I do not know. That's why I always call him complex engineer. Deputy Director, SSA to Mr. President, Community Engagement, Southeast, Southwest, South-South. My dear brothers and sisters, and of course directors and SSAs. Let me first, by discussing the 4 legacy project of Mr. President. I watched a motion on the floor of the Senate where a motion was alluding that out of the 4 legacy projects of the president, none is for the Northeast. That is not correct. We have the 4th legacy project of Mr. President that is running from Akwanga. It goes to Jos, and Jos it goes to Bauchi and to Gombe. That's the 4th legacy project. And we are on the project because it's being funded partly by the China Exim Bank. But we came to a point of conflict because the president directed that the road should be redesigned on concrete, and it should also be 6 lanes, that's 3 lanes per carriageway. But the funders, China Exim Bank, says, look, we can't do 3 lanes per carriageway. We have to do 4 lanes. And so we intend to do public engagement with the stakeholders of the Northeast, and of course to discuss. He said that we convince the bank to agree on the directive of Mr. President, or we agree on 4 lanes for the 2 carriageway, and we'll go back to Mr. President to obtain approval. So we are on top of the matter, and so I just want to debunk the fact that there is no legacy project. The 4 legacy projects are all dotted in the 6 geopolitical zone. And then you have the Trans-Sahara that is running from Calabar to Ebonyi to Benue to Kogi to Nasarawa to Abuja. And with a small stretch between Abuja and Kefi, which we are also doing by China Harbour, we will be able to have that loop connected to the 4th legacy project. And of course, the 2nd legacy project is the Shagari administration designed it to be Badagry, Sokoto, so that it could start Badagry. But Mr. President, in his wisdom, decided I should start from Sokoto down to Badagry. And it's about 1,050 kilometers. And so we have started the first section of it, which is in Ilela in Sokoto State, which is 120 kilometers. We're starting with 3 lanes first. And then the second section is starting in Kebbi, and that is 258 kilometers by 3 carriageway. It will still be 6 carriageway, but we are procuring the first carriageway, and by the month of March, we will start to procure the second carriageway because it's cost effective to start the 2 carriageway, at a go. And let me also point out that the Trans-Sahara has started from Ebonyi State and is progressing towards Sokoto State. And then the 4th legacy project is the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. Let me remark that we are making everything possible. We will be in Sokoto next week to ensure that we have 10 kilometers of concrete road completed in Sokoto and 10 kilometers completed in Kebbi by the middle of May so that we can have it, commissioned. And so this very wonderful project, the Lagos-Calabar, 700 to 750 kilometer, coastal highway, a dream of one man, your son, the golden God-given president of this country, the man that God brought for us to take back our country and make Nigeria great again. He had this dream 25 years ago as governor of Lagos State. He laid the irreversible plans for the greatness of Lagos State and then thinking also towards the entire Nigeria. And that's why he didn't stop at Lagos. The coastal highway was dreamt to start from Lagos and end in Calabar, and incorporated other South-South governors at that time. And I'm happy that the South-South governors, some of them then they have visited now to express their joy and happiness and appreciation to Mr. President that dream is made flesh now. And so we laid the foundation stone in the month of March 2024. This project, the first section is 47.47 kilometers. And each of these legacy projects has a train track incorporated within it. And I've always said the ingenuity of using concrete is that Nigerian government will earn carbon credit because the use of concrete emits less heat, and so it's environmental friendly, and so we earn carbon credit. And of course, we're also using solar energy, which means that we will earn carbon credit because we are not burning diesel. This is very important. And so the first section, 47.47 by 3 lanes per carriageway, is getting to a Leko, junction. And today, miraculously, for a project that's supposed to last for 36 months, 3 years, we would have been able to be singing hallelujah in commissioning the entire stretch, save for the unforeseen circumstance. And what was it? We had to reroute the section 1 to a safe corridor as directed by Mr. President to avoid demolition of a lot of properties within that corridor, even though they defied the law, because the gazetted route was done by the President, approved by Lagos State government. But people defied it and they massively built on the gazetted section of the road. But we had to navigate to ensure, because this government is a government with human face. And so we've been able to do that. And so we encountered a lot of, situation that we didn't envisage. We had over 10 kilometers of the route that we covered with, topsoil. But we didn't know that this section had witnessed a lot of refuse dump over many years. And so we had the responsibility of excavating up to 10 meters and the sand fill back to existing ground level, and of course take it up to the design level. And then that needed settlement. And so we came together with the contractor and agreed that there should be no immediate, work there. But today, I'm happy we went through again. We conducted tests. Settlement has been achieved 100%, and we are on the move. So what we could do by May is that we've agreed with the contractor, and is going to affirm it magically, to have the first 20 kilometers seamlessly, from Channel 0 down to Channel 20, ready for Mr. President to commission in May. And another 10 kilometers from a Lake Junction coming towards, Channel 37, ready for commission. And that is 30 kilometers in Section 1. And then we'll be left with about 17 kilometers. But the good news is that all sand filling is been done up to Lake Junction. And for the management of the properties, we have done our best. We've listened to the president, we've listened to God, we've listened to the people. And so we just have only one building standing on the way. And I decided to come by myself to honor the owner of the building. I've had a personal meeting with him, just like I did with some of you. We resolved amicably. And so, but what I directed is that let work continue and stop at his fence. Then work will also continue at the other side of his fence. So his house is standing at the middle of the road. So we have discussed, and I believe strongly that we understood ourselves. And that is the only property. We are aware that some people took us to court, but the beauty of democracy is that the court will interpret the instrument we use in doing what we did. And we will be very obedient to court, decisions on it. But we have 7 SANs to defend us because we believe that we've done the right thing. And so when we move to Section 2, we are confronted with the beautiful, project of the Lekki Free Zone. And that's also part of the president's dream when he was governor. A beautiful place. A place that is going to be a very serious source of income for this government of Nigeria. And so we have the Dangote refinery. We have to pass in front of it. So we have come to design 80-meter span bridge over that section so that here we have seamless truck movement without having any obstruction. We've met with the Lagos Free Zone. We've met with the Lekki Free Zone. We've had discussion with them on Friday, and they will resolve all their problems. It's going to cost us a little more because we are putting flyovers, over the conflict points. And we have also avoided moving through the land of Navy. We had to navigate that, and we also had to navigate destroying a school. And so the enumeration of Section 2 it's been concluded. And so the revocation, of course, has been signed by the Lagos State Governor, both Sections 1 and 2. And so we will be willing to entertain, questions, answers, appreciation, as the case may be. For Section 3, graciously, Mr. President directed that we should go to Cross River and Akwa Ibom. And so we have awarded Section 3, 3A in Cross River, 3B in Akwa Ibom. And that's a total of 65 kilometers by 2. And by next week or upper week, we'll go there to officially have it flagged up for construction. But this is what we have done. Now, for the sections of Ondo, the section of Delta, the section of Port Harcourt, the continuous section in Akwa Ibom and Bayelsa, we are confronted with a lot of bridges, some as long as 3 kilometers. We don't want to do that. That is going to cost us a fortune. So we are redesigning, going to the upland, of the corridor. And so that is going to eliminate about 90% of the bridges, so that will be cost effective, and then there will be return on investment. This is what is happening in the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. And let me say that this is beyond road and bridges. It is an investment. Along the corridor, we're going to have a lot of commercial activities. Of course, tourism is going to grow in a very, dignified and intensified manner. We're going to have windmill energy, so that communities along the corridor will also have this thing. This coastal highway is going to be connecting to the existing, routes. A lot of them we inherited, and I will give you synopsis of what we have done in some of these projects. So this is what we can say about the four legacy projects of Mr. President, and in particular, the coastal highway. I commend very, very highly the contractor. And I say boldly and publicly, we are fortunate to have the contractor high-tech as the contractor, for this. Whether you like it or not, even though the project is a coastal highway, there are projects that we inherited ongoing that are not on the coast, but whose cost, the unit rates, are bigger than the unit rates that we are giving high-tech to do this job. Number two, they are amenable to, our realignment and rerouting. Any other contractor will stop work and say until we agree. We've never witnessed that. And then if you see the equipment of high-tech, when the National Assembly saw the equipment, everybody has always voted high-tech will do the jobs in our state. I say, high-tech, even though an indigenous contractor, we have to grow other indigenous contractors. That's why we did not recommend them in Abuja, Kano, both sections 1 and 2. Not that they did not win, but we said let us give other indigenous contractors some opportunities. But I assure the people within that corridor that we will not get anything less than the quality of high-tech on that corridor. And so that takes me to some of the review of projects in Southwest. And since we came, we went to Lagos-Badagry. We have about 4 kilometers to conclude section 1, and then section 2 is about 21 kilometers. We are discussing with the contractor how to complete this section 1, and then we now decide, because this corridor is the ECOWAS corridor. That's the part of the 1,006 kilometers ECOWAS route, Lagos-Abidjan. And I'm the chairman of ministers of that project. And so what we are recommending is, since our own section is just within 45 kilometers and we've done over 50%, let every state every nation do their own. And they too. Well, that is not why we are here, but it's important that you know. So we are going to be completing that section 1 to have it commissioned in this May. And we went to see Ikorodu to Shagamu, being done by Arab contractors. We've had meetings with them. This morning we concluded meeting with them. And it's remaining about 2.3 kilometers to be done on rigid pavement. So we are going to have it completed, and we're going to have it, commissioned in May. We've discussed with Itoke Ikorodu project being done by Guild, and we've agreed with them on the new design of the project. And the project is of very utmost importance to the people of that location. And so you will see a new vigor and a new commitment and a speedy construction within that section. Now, we will discuss very briefly Echo Bridge, Top Mainland Bridge, and Kata Bridge. What is going on Top Mainland Bridge? We have cured the problem. But you have to talk to our people. The speed there is so terrible. If we put speed bumps, then it's going to create, hold up on the bridge. And that is dead load. There's no bridge that is designed for dead load, but dynamic load. So we don't want to do that. But we have installed cameras, both on top and under. We will have it commissioned, and so we will put people that are going to check over speeding on that bridge. Let me also announce that beyond the Third Mainland Bridge, we've also done extension of that bridge, the rehabilitation. A beautiful to behold from that Third Mainland Bridge down to Falamo. We put street lights. We also put CCTV. So whatever you are doing with that stretch of Falamo to Third Mainland Bridge and the ramps, we are seeing you. It's on camera. And we are also routing it down to Abuja. So we stay in our office. That's what we did in Second Niger Bridge. And now, we've closed the Third Mainland Bridge. Why did we do that? There are some structural issues that we are handling. And there are 3 sets. The first set, the decking, changing of the expansion joint, we've completed that. You can see a smooth ride. But you are not seeing what is under the deck. And under the deck, we are working on it, both Carter Bridge and the Third Mainland Bridge. Julo-Beja are doing it, they are doing a beautiful job. And they are working on the piers, the pillar if you like. And then what is aggregating the piles together is called the pie cap. And then of course slight deflection of the slab. So they are working on it, they are doing a beautiful job. But where we have very serious issue is what is in the water. We ran a discussion with an international company this morning, and we have looked at the situation in 2013. We've looked at the situation of the survey in 2019. We've commissioned ISECON and the Julius Beja independently to also look at the progressive deterioration of the piles and pile caps under the water. We are getting reports and we're going to design it. There's nothing to fear about, but we've closed the bridges against heavy trucks. So trust us, we are going to cure that problem because there was relatively no maintenance of the bridge over a long time. And for Eko Bridge and Marina Bridge, I think we have the opportunity to, commission Eko Bridge. Massive work. It was burnt down completely. The bearings were gone. We are lifting the entire slab. We are changing the bearings. We are, reworking the piers. We are recoating it with concrete. We are strengthening it. We are also milling the top of the deck. We are putting new asphalt. We are putting solar light, and we are painting. That is what we have over there. Yesterday, we went to flag off the Lagos-Ibadan. And I will tell you that Lagos-Ibadan, has 4 components. There is what is called Phase 1. Phase 1 was done about 43 kilometers dualized by, 3 lanes by Julius Beja. We had some failures, but not very significant. I announced that they have repaired it. Very beautiful. We also have Phase 1, Section 2 by ROCC. Unfortunately, the Ibadan bound has massively failed. We were there yesterday, and your people caused rain to, I think the contractor bribed them to cause heavy rain there. But we defied the rain to inspect the job. And so, we could see that the road has failed. But they have started to repair it, but it's going to be massive repair. And that made us to give out a policy that any payment now in Ministry of Works must come with the APG must be alive and sustaining. And then the performance bond must be alive and performing. So that if you do a bad job and within the time of deferred liability period, you are not able to repay it, we have to go to the bank and get the money to do it. So we have directed ROCC to come and see us so that we agree on that job. And again, they have about 8.5 kilometers that is not yet completed. So we're setting up a committee to ensure they complete by the month of April so that we can have it commissioned. It's long overdue. I assure you that by May, we will have that job, commissioned. And that is Section 1. Phase 1, Sections 1 and 2. On the Phase 2, we have the Section 1 and Section 2. Section 1, what we have done is it includes all the heads of the flyover they built. they were not finished. There are rules, the Redeemed Christian Church axis. We have the Wawa, you have the Ogun Bridge, you have the, Arapo Bridge, and so on. But we have also included, 12 kilometers by 2 on Shagamu to Iperu. We have done that as part of this package. And we have had it awarded, and we went yesterday to flag it up by Mr. President, represented by the governor of Ogun State. That's been successfully done. Construction has commenced, and is going to be done on concrete, rigid pavement. And we're going to be very happy. If you go there to see the level of mobilization by CBC, you'll be very, very, happy, and it's quite entertaining. Now, we have also taken off, 48 kilometers by 2 that is remaining to get to Ore. The Ore axis is good, but from the interchange, we've taken 12 kilometers, the remaining 48 kilometers. We are awarding that within the first week of March, so that the entire stretch, will be reworked, to the glory of God. We are working on Elisha to Akure, Akure to Benin. We've just awarded those 2 sections to High Tech, but the fund is so big. So I'm going to be applying to Mr. President for Renewed Hope Infrastructure funding to, take it over and work on it. And of course, Section 4 of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway is going to be at Ondo. We are concluding the design of that project. Time will fail me to tell you other sections, but the completion of Lagos-Ibadan Phase 2, we also end at Ibadan, the Ibadan axis. And we are doing the procurement, and that will be the end of the famous Lagos-Ibadan. But one thing is certain. What we be coming back to advocate with the stakeholders is to allow us to some of these completed projects, section by section. Because when I look at completed projects, while we are struggling to have money to complete some of the ongoing projects, we see that some of the projects have stayed 15 years and are beginning to fail. So if we don't give it to private investors on, operate and maintain, we are going to run into trouble. So Lagos-Ibadan, that phase 1 is finished, we would like to toll it while we work on section 2, so that the private sector will participate actively. And this is what we want to do throughout the entire geopolitical zone, so that the private sector people will get involved. This is what we are doing. And time will fail me to tell you the ongoing projects in Ekiti State, the Ondo State, Oyo State, Osun State. In fact, we are working in all the 6 zones. And when we look at the Northwest, we have the Kano-Hadija route fully completed by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Kano State, and is going to be commissioned in May. It's over 200 kilometers. And we're going to lay the foundation stone of the famous Kano Northern Bypass. Work is going there, but the President is going to lay the foundation stone. This is very critical. In Kebbi, we have the Malando. Work is going. Of course, the Legacy Project, 258 kilometers, is ongoing. In Sokoto, the 120, we also other projects of Mr. President that are ongoing. Beautifully, from Sokoto to Zamfara, we have about 58 kilometers of concrete road ongoing, 3 lanes, which will be ready for commissioning by Mr. President in the month of May. And that is the 375 kilometers that is running between Sokoto to Zamfara, Zamfara to Katsina, Katsina to Kaduna. So in all this stretch, the first stretch by CBC, second stretch by Cetraco, third stretch by Tractor, and fourth stretch by Motorcat, we have over 30% of these projects completed. We should have done better, save for insecurity. So we're going to have them ready, for commissioning, because we're going to be commissioning section by section. And that's what we have. And of course, the Abuja Kano is going on. We have awarded the first section, 1 and 3. Section 2, which is 82 kilometers by 2, has gone to procurement so that we take it to effect. But the important thing in this road is that the road is going to be reconstructed on rigid pavement, just like what you see in Lagos-Calabar, highway. Time will fail me to tell you the jobs that are going on in other, states of Northwest. But if you come to South-South, we were in South-South on Tuesday, and we were on East-West Road. And let me say that we have Abuja to Lokoja. We have about 4 contractors that are ongoing there. The guild is working on about 63 kilometers, on asphalt. We have the true Crete that is working 48 kilometers, and that is the one that Bulletin left. So we are reworking it. We have 3 small contracts that are ongoing there. And then we have also the job done by Dantata and Soho, and of course ROCC, Rotten about 20 kilometers. JROB is working on it. And then we progress to the section of Logocha Benin being done by CGC. And they have substantially done over 80%. Their job is ending at Okene. And then you have the 3 sections that we just, flagged off. A section from Okene that is going towards Benin. You have the CCECC there. And of course, you have the CGC, you have the CBC. And that's the end of the Lokoja Benin. And then you get to Benin, then you have the Levant is constructing the first one. We had to redesign that project on concrete. And then you move down, you see the guild in another section. And then the last section to Warri is being done by, SKCC Nigeria Limited. This is the East-West Road. And we progressed to really where we had a washout. And it's about 3 kilometers. It's being reconstructed on concrete pavement. Over 60% has been done. And then we now get to our other side where we have section 1 of the job being done by Setraco fully completed and ready for the president to commission in May. And then we have the section 2 that is still ongoing by the Setraco. And that will take us to the end of the year to commission. But we have another washout there, which is 1.5 kilometers being reconstructed on concrete pavement. That is ongoing. And of course, we have 3 failed bridges there that we are working on. Very important. And then you now move to Eleme Junction to One. That's the most trafficked route in the country. And that is 15 kilometer dualized. We've redesigned it on concrete, and we've achieved over 40% on one carriageway. And we believe that the first carriageway will be concluded by May so that we have it commissioned. That project has 5 flyovers and they compile. And so we progress towards Ekit, where the last, section within Akwa Ibom, on that, inherited project is ongoing on by Jito. And of course, 9 kilometer bypass that we are filling to construct so that vehicle will not go through the road. And then you move down towards the end of Akwa Ibom. Then you get CCCC that is on a section that is leading off from Akwa Ibom to Cross River. And after CCCC will get the Beja. We've terminated Beja, and we have recommended a company through competitive bidding, I think Rycon, to finish that section. And of course, you have indigenous contractor Samatech doing fantastic work in Calabar axis. And that's the end of what we are doing East-West Road. But not to say that like in Cross River, we have the Ugape project road that has been awarded. We are working on it. We have 2 bridges, within Calabar and the Ebonyi State that we are connecting. And so time will fail us to say the projects we are doing in Bayelsa, of course, we are working, and other section in Port Harcourt. And if I don't say what we are doing in other zones, people will not be happy. But let me say in Southeast, we have the Port Harcourt to Enugu. We have 4 sections there. From Lokpanta in Enugu to Enugu boundary, we have a CGC working, and it's 63 kilometers. By the end of April, they would have completed that section. It will be ready for the president to commission. We also have 2 failed bridges, 4 span each, being reconstructed by CCCC to be ready for president to commission. At the depot over there at Obinago there in Enugu State, we have a flyover, very wonderful complex flyover being constructed there to avert traffic jam because of the fuel depot there. That will be ready in April for commissioning. Now, I'm reading in social media, and I promise any contractor organization that tackles with me by, getting the public to demarcate us, we will wash our dirty linens in public. So I saw when people send me texts, oh, you are sabotaging the election of President Tinubu in Southeast by placing stop work order on Enugu to Onitsha. When I saw it, I said to the person, it's a shame to you. And so he started to circulate it. But let me say briefly what is going on. This is a project by MTN on tax credits, 107 kilometers by 2. And we inherited it, and the cost was 202 billion. And all that was being achieved to date is that 8 billion, with about 14 billion variation on price. I don't believe in it. But we had to close our eyes so that things can move. Now, there is a problem. The president has stopped review of all tax credits. And I work for Mr. President. I obey him. And so what we did with my PAM secretary as an engineer is to say, okay, you have paid 50 billion. How much can you pay with the balance of the 150 so that we stay within the initial signed contract so that we do not violate the directive of the president? And that's what we have done. So we discovered that they can do 79.6 kilometers. And that's what we scope for them. But the way they are doing that job is not the way tax credit runs. We're just coming from Lagos, Lekki, where Dangote is doing tax credits. I forgot to say that Section 1 is remaining about 7 kilometers. It's being done by High Tech on subcontract to Dangote. And that job is beautiful and is going to be, completed before May for commissioning. The Section 3 is also at a bed there. It's going to be. So you are not waiting to make profit every month to apply it to the job. You are to take your money, do the job, and then you are discounting, when you bring your tax. But that is not what is going on in Enugu to Onitsha. So we have descoped about 72 kilometers of that route to be awarded, and that will complete that section. So we are doing a meeting with MTN by Monday to commit to finishing this project by the end of the year. Because every month you exceed, the government is paying more. The government is paying more. So when people darken counsel without knowledge, I say shame unto them. And this is the truth about that. We have no reason to stop the work, but we have every reason to do the right thing. And it's not peculiar to that job. That's what we are doing in all the projects. And so, this is what we are doing. We also have some jobs, Enugu to Abakaliki. It's an ongoing project. We have, Afibo to Abia to Okiwe. It's an ongoing project. And of course, one of the legacy projects of Mr. President. And so, we are not sabotaging the president. The president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is going to have 99% of the votes of Southeast because he has been very nice to the people of Southeast. And we will leave Southwest to give us 99.99% 2027. I enjoyed social media when one man was insulting me that I went to Sokoto to say, look, we will not be able to finish the entire Sokoto Badagry in 4 years. We need extra 4 years. And of course, a man that has the courage to do what was dreamt 45 years back is the only man that will have the courage to finish it. And I say we must vote for him in 2027. And he was insulting me, but I love such insult because it will make me to say more. The president must be re-elected by the power of God. Those in support say aye. The eyes have it. So I want that man insulting me to hear that. In the North Central, I'm rounding off. The North Central, we have 2 projects going on in, Shandam in Plateau State. We have failed bridge in Shandam, about 3 span that we have completed, ready for commissioning. In North Central, we have the Buruku Bridge is ongoing. The Buruku Road is ongoing. In North Central, we have Abuja-Lokoja is ongoing. Of course, the Lokoja to Okene is ongoing. We have the Kaba Ekiti. We've awarded that project. It's ongoing. We have the Kefi, Maraba to Kefi project is ongoing. I say this to say that there is no section of the Chisik geopolitical zone that the president is not working. And lastly, in the Northeast, you have the Medugri to Kano, the first section. We've terminated the job from Dantata and Soho, and we have redesigned it, and we're going to award it by the first week of March to be done. We have checked the jobs from Jigawa to Bauchi, where we had a number of failures. We have scoped them. I went through that during the rainy season, and we've seen what the climate change could do to our roads. We've redesigned such sections, and they are going to be awarded for construction. We have the Medugri bypass. That project is going to be awarded, by the month of March. This is Northeast. We have project in Gombe. We have project in Bauchi. All of them are ongoing, and of course, the legacy project that we dot in, Bauchi and Gombe. And in fact, Bauchi and Gombe, out of 462 kilometers of that fourth legacy project, Bauchi and Gombe constitute over 60% of it. This is very important. So when people say that projects are not going in Northeast, I can give them projects of heart, and these are just the ones I could remember that the president inherited, the president is doing, and the president is also doing new projects to connect to all the 4 legacy projects, and of course with rail. And so I have every reason to boldly say that we are on course. The inherited projects have not been stopped. We are giving serious attention to the heritage projects that are within the economic corridor of this country. And I've mentioned them to you here. And this is very important. We have every reason to be very appreciative to Mr. President. The economy is bouncing back. The exchange rate is almost stabilized. It's going to do much better. We are having the GDP growing. We are having the fuel prices coming down. They always say that the dawn is the darkest part of, the night. We'll be there with prayers and commitment. America will say America first. A time has come when a man that is divinely come by God is on the saddle, and we begin to say Nigeria first. We begin to say Nigeria first. We need your cooperation. We need your prayers. We need your commitment. To make an omelette, we must break an egg. Some people want to make omelette without breaking an egg. It is not possible. So I want to thank you again and again for listening to us. You ask us questions on anything, and they will be able to answer you within the limit of our knowledge. God bless you, and thank you very much.
I think the Honorable Minister deserves a standing ovation. Thank you very much for that wonderful rendition by the Honorable Minister of Works. Thank you very much. You may be seated. Let me mention that it's only in the administration of President Tinubu that you have stakeholders engagement such as this. And that goes to show how democratic our president is. Please, a round of applause for our dear president. If you go to Ebonyi State to see what the former governor, our dear honorable minister, did as a governor, and if you traverse the 6 geopolitical zones, going through the ongoing projects being done by this administration, you will have no doubt than to say that the president has come to deliver us from the years of infrastructural neglect. Please, another round of applause for Mr. President. Under Mr. President, the emphasis is on quality of projects, quality of road. Go to the roads that are going on now. These roads are built, not only constructed, but they are built to last for 50 years and above. They are built with quality, and issue of value for money is emphasized under the administration. Mr. President deserves another round of applause. Let me announce again that this meeting is viewed live in channels television, NTA, Arise, and TVC. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, let's invite for brief presentation of work progress in the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. The Managing Director of High Tech Nigeria Limited.
The Honorable Minister, His Excellency Engineer David Umahi, the Directors, the SSAs, to His Excellency, the Royal Fathers, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Your Excellency, I would like first of all to say we are very honored that you are visiting us more often to check on this project, and we hope that we are to your satisfaction. Thank you, thank you. To start with, Your Excellency, we are working on the two projects, the Coastal Calabar Phase 1, Section 1, and Phase 1, Section 2, from chainage 0 to 47.474, from chainage 47.474 to 103.5. As we speak today, we have done some good progress, which you have visited the site and you have witnessed yourself together with the directors, the SSAs, to His Excellency as well. What we have achieved so far, from chainage 0 to chainage 20, we have done most of the sand filling. The majority of it is to final level, remain like 20% that we are topping in order to reach top of fill. In order not to take too long time, we have achieved on the westbound section, we have achieved 9 kilometers of concrete. On the eastbound section, we have achieved 8 to 8.2 kilometers of concrete. And we are committed to deliver as we have spoken and as we have promised. We are committed to deliver as much as we can to kilometer 20 before May 2025. This is at the beginning of the section 1. From the end of section 2, from the end of section 1, beginning of section 2, we are committed to deliver 10 kilometers from kilometer 47.5 to kilometer 37.5. In between, we have completed all the clearing. We have done the majority of the filling. We have done the filling from kilometer 24 all the way to kilometer 33. All the filling operations are ongoing, and we are hopeful and we are committed to finish the filling in totality ASAP, hopefully by May. On section 2, we are working on different fronts, although we are not working everywhere until when the whole compensation is being done and sorted out with the community and with the landowners. Meanwhile, we are working on 2-3 fronts on the first 10 kilometers from chainage 48 to 58. And we are working in front of the Dangote refinery. We are working at the end of the section 2. We have accomplished almost like 4 to 5 kilometers of sand filling at the end of the project. Meanwhile, the work is ongoing in between, and we have achieved a very good achievement so far. You can see on the TV screen as well most of the achievements that has been done and the work that is ongoing. This is as concerned the Coastal Calabar Highway. as concerned the tax credit under the Dangote Industries. The High-Tech has finished all the one side of the concrete, and what remain is exactly like 4 to 5 kilometers on the other side, Your Excellency, which we are committed to finish and to be commissioned by May. In terms of Section 3 for the refinery as well, which is the deep sea port, Section 3 from Ekpe to Ijebu-Ode, also we have done almost like 45 to 50% of the project in terms of concrete. Work is ongoing, and then we are also depending on the support and the assistance of the Ministry to try to finish ASAP at that side. High-Tech is working equally, Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. We are working as well in Sokoto and Kebbi, as His Excellency has mentioned. What we have done, we have achieved 13 kilometers in Sokoto, and we have achieved almost 35 kilometers in Kebbi. And those ones, what we have to say achieved is not to final level, but we have done the clearing, the grubbing, and started the backfilling, and we are hopeful and we are committed to deliver the 10 kilometers per state by May. You can see as well some of the video footage on the clearing aspect, and you can see the alignment of the road on the TV screen. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. May God bless you all.
Thank you, the Managing Director of High-Tech. In a moment, we will go to the next item, that is question and answer. But before we do that, we will invite for engagement It is now time for your comments, for your questions, and answers will be given to you, we assure you. But let's be very orderly, respect our elders, then from our elders, our youths, our women. But let's also be gender sensitive. So let me invite you for your questions and comments.
Good evening, my people. My Honorable Minister for Works, you are highly welcome to this meeting. And may I call it engagement meeting. We so much love it. And the way you have been doing it, the way you have been operating, we love it much. So, and God will bless you. And this is showing that the person you are working with is up to the task, because he has been able to put a round peg in a round hole. So, and that is it. And we cherish it. And God will continue to bless you. The federal government of Nigeria is ours. And we are together. And we shall sail together and make it together. In Jesus' name we pray. Now, as it concerns me, I'm His Royal Highness Obafola Ilu Adekunle Azan from Odiomi in Ogunwadasai local government. Now, since we have been coming here, I would say this is the first time that I'll be able to come here, because they don't always inform me when this meeting will come, because I saw it plain that Odiomi is involved. And that's why I try to attend. And with what I've been hearing from you and all your submissions, I'm highly impressed. The impression you are giving me shows that you are ready to go into any nooks and crannies of the country without any atoms of biasness in you. I've seen that, and God will help you. And now, Let's go to the crucial of the matter as far as I'm concerned. That is Ogunwota side. The Odeomi axis in particular. Now, my town is Odeomi. It is in Ogun State. The boundary is in Channel 103.
103.
Okay?
That's the end of the job.
That's the end of section 2. That is phase 2, and at the end of phase 2. That's the way we see it.
Does that end, does it touch the community you're talking about?
It touches the community greatly.
Okay.
And the way it's affecting us is what I'm going to talk on.
Go ahead, sir.
Yes, sir. Our community is a special community. It's an ancient community. Throughout that area, everybody knows that Odeomi is an ancient community. And has to be treated special place. Now, we have been doing the work together with love, and all things that is good in life we have been giving to the workers, just to encourage them, because we love the way the work is going on. And up to now, we still love the way the work is going on. The subject matter is this. They have passed Odeomi already. The work has passed Odeomi already through what they call using caterpillar and so on and so forth. So they have gone to the leveling stage, but yet to be filled. So it has passed Odeomi, but not quite long. Just about a week to come, a go rather, I would say. So they came back to the surveyors and said they are now re-engaging, alignment, that they want to realign the work they have done. And now, getting into our houses, our cultural artifacts being that this is going to be trampled upon. Our palace.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Jabu, put the map on. Okay, the realignment is encroaching.
The realignment is really encroaching because we never experienced any problem with the normal route. We are in love with the first alignment. The first alignment pays us. We have no problem with any contractor in the first alignment. The realignment now, it is what is happening.
Are you realigning? You are not. Can you show us where you have passed? Very quickly. Challenge 103. You have cleared. Is it correct, Jabu? You have cleared. Okay. We are not realigning, Your Majesty.
We are not realigning. Thank you. We are very grateful. And God will bless you. Thank you. Thank you, my people. Thank you, my people. My minister, sir.
Sir.
There are still one stage. Yes. At that Odeomi in particular, where we are saying that there should be a port. That is a deep sea port.
Let's celebrate this one.
No. It is on that stage. Yes, sir, please. It is on that stage that I want to please put to you and beg you that we should try to link us with the hinterland of Ogunwota side local government, crossing to
when we come for
Lagos.
When we come for campaign. When we come for campaign, you let us know.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yes. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Thank you, my Honorable Minister. I will just sit in a short view. My name is Honorable Lawal Samsudin Adekunle. I'm the House of Assembly member representing Ogunwota side.
Are you still the sitting House of Assembly?
The sitting House of Assembly, yes, sir.
Be careful.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I'm really impressed because it's as if I will take some part of your knowledge, because the way you are expressing the points, the road, the construction from one place to another, it impressed me a lot. I just want to keep the fear away from my people because The realignment have caused a lot of issue today. That's why you can see people from Odiomi. I'm from that community also. Yes, I'm from that community. Every day they started calling me about this realignment. And to a layman, this realignment looks so funny to them. I said, when the Kabisina called me, I said, let's come to the stakeholder meeting. They could understand more better about realignment. Because the realignment, as if the normal road, it's the peg towards the normal road. Later,
Honorable, since
sir,
we have cleared, you want us to keep to where we are.
No, I just want, yes, sir.
Yes,
thank you very much, sir. Please, sir, I just want, in case next time those workers want to come to the community, they have to see the elder so they can tell them what they want to impart in the people.
We will do that.
Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Yes, next person.
Yeah. Honorable Minister, we want to say good afternoon to you. Even the anchor failed to recognize my person, but I want to tell you my person now. My name is H.R.A. Obadeleke Akibu Ismaila, the Adengbe of Lekbea Kingdom, Chief Landlord, La Campagne Tropicana Beach. Honorable Minister.
Repeat, sir.
You said?
Can you repeat?
I should repeat? Yes. Okay. I am His Royal Majesty Oba Adeleke Akibu Ismaila Adengbe of Lekbea Kingdom, the Chief Landlord of La Campagne Tropicana. Honorable Minister, I want to say good afternoon or evening once again. And don't be surprised that Lagos State Obas, we want to appoint you or install you as a golden son of Lagos, having loyal to our son, our father, our brother, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. God bless you. Honorable Minister, there is a second stanza of a national anthem that says we want to build a nation where no man is being oppressed, but ITEC is oppressing us. ITEC, they're oppressing us. We, the traditional ruler, we were never engaged. You can hear what the Honorable Assembly member said. That whatever thing the ITEC may want to do next time, they should engage the traditional rulers. I want to say a lot.
No,
but you know what?
ITEC has no, they are just working according to our directives.
Of course.
And if they go to engage the public without us saying so, they're on their own. They're taking risk.
Okay.
That's why they cannot, we are being sued.
Okay.
They are not being sued. Before a house comes down, we are the one to do it. So if there are things the Obas along this corridor think we have not done well, you can put your paper, give it to Kesha, and we come down and do a private meeting with the Obas.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
Please let me mention that we have His Royal Highness Oba Karim Adesina Salami Osobia of Makomi, Ogun Waterside Local Government is here.
Thank you. Go ahead, sir.
Honorable Minister, yes, I am Professor Shegun Ogunosi. I hail from Ogun Waterside Local Government. First, I must give it to you that even the best of your enemies will marvel at your encyclopedic brain. the way you combine names and projects and costs, marvelous. And also a sense of commitment. Not to waste time. When last you were here, one of us, the elite clubs from area, gave you a piece of paper requesting that if and when you decide to link the Shagamu-Bini Road via not a diversion, I would say an artery, having an artery from the major one, that you would consider our case. Because he then said that we would appreciate on that section 2 something from Odeomi, Awodikora, Makomi, Abigi, where all our KBSs, including KBS, they are straight to J4 Junction on the Jebode Bini Express. You then said that, yes, you had something like that, but you will go into details.
Let me get this thing. The connection is on which major road? Is it Lagos-Calabar or Shagamu-Ore?
No, the Lagos-Calabar.
Yes, Lagos-Calabar,
okay?
yes.
The request that was made to you then was that to make it more meaningful to our people, we would appreciate having a corridor getting to the Jebode to
Shagamu. Oh,
yes.
And
you did promise that there was a policy direction.
I miss saying it.
Yes.
We have the 7th Axia Road.
Yes.
And it's taken off by the side of, Dangote Refinery. We had a meeting with the contractors that want to bid. China Harbour is one of them. The other 5 contractors. The project, that project will commence latest by the first week of April. And it goes straight through the lagoon, almost parallel to the road from Eleko junction that is going to Ekpe. It gets there to Ekpe and now joins the road that goes to Shagamu. So the entire corridor of the Lekki distance will be taken, through that distance. It's done, sir. It's done. You have to be grateful to Mr. President.
Yes, well, of course, we're immensely grateful to Mr. President.
Yes, sir. And we want 99% of the votes.
Well,
there should be no any other party in Southwest.
You can take us for granted on that.
There should be no any other party in Southwest other than APC, sir.
Thank you very much. The Honorable Minister, Federal Ministry of Works, the SSA to Mr. President, our royal fathers. My name is Honorable Abdullahi Sheson Olowa, the chairman of Ibejuleki local government. First and foremost, I'd like to express our sincere appreciation to Mr. President, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and also to the Honorable Minister for doing a wonderful job. We are very, very happy with you, sir. Thank you very much. I listened to your presentation with rapt attention, and I'm not surprised at all. Clearly, you are a man that is on top of your job. You see, since the Coastal Road started, we have had several stakeholders engagements. I have participated in many of it. And I've also had private meetings with you over several issues, and the way and manner you have attended to those issues, honestly, we must be lucky to have you as a Minister of the Federal Republic. And to tell our people in Lagos State, and in particular those of us from Ibejuleki and the Epe area, it can never be a better time than this, because now we are witnessing a transformation, in terms of infrastructural upgrading. The entire Lekki-Epe corridor is being opened up by this administration, and we are very happy with what is going on. And we will assure you that we'll continue to support you. Yes, we know there might be one or two, areas that we need to reconcile. This minister has a listening ear. I've experienced it firsthand, and I believe whatever issues any of us has, this man will deal with those issues. We must continue to support him and ensure that the dream of Mr. President comes to reality. We have heard everything the president is doing across Nigeria, from the northeast to the northwest, to the south-south, to the southeast, to the southwest. This man is changing the narratives in this country. And please tell him that we, from the Southwest and in Lagos, we are going to vote massively for him again in 2027. God will continue to be with him. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Please, some of us can write down the questions. I have paper here, if you want, so that I can pass it to them.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I stand. Good morning, afternoon, evening. Some of us have been here since morning, standing on existing protocols, and I want to appreciate, of course, our action minister. Like everybody has said, not to sound like a broken record, but sincerely, sir, you're doing a great job, and God will give you more grace and strength to achieve more. I'm standing in a dual capacity. First, in my name is Barrister Olabisi Akin-Arogumati, and I'm standing first in my capacity as the mouthpiece to the Eleko Traditional Council, and also in my own capacity for myself. First of all, on behalf of the Eleko community, I got in touch with them, or I got to meet them, because at some point in time, we had bought property for them for the purposes of the school. Somehow the dream didn't come through, and 13, 14 years after, the land was still there. Unlike most communities, you would be telling stories to your children that you used to have land there. So I'm talking about gentlemen who have true integrity. They're not interested. You bought community land, they're going to stand with you. They're not the ones who will be doing with what you're doing, but we're requesting that they would be graciously compensated and or reassigned some land, close by. I'm
not governor of Lagos State. I'm not governor of Lagos State.
True, sir.
That's one. Number two.
True, sir.
That's one. Number two, my legs and hands are tied by the law. My legs and hands are tied by the law of the land. My job of the land. My job is to pass. And then we will deal with our is to pass. And then we will deal with our, people that, people that, that the lands are infringed upon, that, that the lands are infringed upon according to the law.
Was cleared out together with perimeter fencing that is now affected by the Calabar Coastal Road at the back. Calabar Coastal Road at the back. Usually, sir, the space. True, sir, but usually the spaces between the coastal road. True, sir, but usually the spaces between the coastal road and the existing road is usually like about 3, 4, 5 plots. But this one now is going to be less, about 3, 4, 5 plots. But this one now is going to be less than 1 plot.
No, we will not. We are not dealing with issues based on. No, we will not. We are not dealing with issues based on person to person to person. Yes, it is a constant corridor. So it is a constant corridor. So if it is affected, I take
a job in Abia, and going state.
I take
a job in Abia, and going state. There's no state in the East that was fast developed like Ebonyi State. So credit goes to you. And that's the truth. If you come to Ebonyi, you are like in another place. It's not like, I just wonder why. I'm very proud of the Southwest. And I say it's a battle. They pass from one governor to the other, and it's a stretch. And that is not happening in the Southeast. But
what they have done. Okay. We will not take any of the properties without paying for it.
Okay, sir.
Please, that's the directive of the president.
One more thing, sir.
Yes.
You did mention that the Southeast, I have to be proud of where I come from, and when I am being undermined, an Igbo man will always raise his head. There's, like you rightly said, we will feel left out from the development, from the stretch of road. None of them terminated in the South East.
But the president directed that he's a unifying president.
Yeah.
You know, what Southeast never got, they're getting it.
Yes, yeah, our illustrious son. We should enjoy through the president who has been my godfather.
Must not hear it too. You know, he say any road connecting between Tax Credit Road and Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. For sure, it is. We're even putting a flyover that we connect, you know, the two through ramps. So we are doing that. You know, they're side by side at the Lekki Free Zone. So this is Okun Aja area. So we commend your steadfastness. This is Okun Aja area. So we commend your steadfastness, considering the earlier gazetted route which was graciously reconsidered for not demolition and rechanneled. The new demolition and rechanneled. The new rechannel route in public interest, you know. So you say with the entire family of, I can't remember this, in kilometer 28, our community is affected by 250 meters offshore and realignment, and we appreciate resettlement from this thing. You can apply to the governor of Lagos State, because I don't have, you know, powers to touch the land of Lagos State. I'm only passing, you know. What measures are in place to protect coastal ecosystem and the maritime during and after construction? How will you protect the habitats, destruction and loss of byward? Are there plans to restructure compensation for any damaged ecosystems such as, and so that we address everything about that. What is the fate of Ipeju Lekki General Hospital, Akodo, and the police station at Akodo? Is this in section 2? Yes, sir. When we get there, we need to see. But we have done everything to avoid schools and the police station and the naval base over there. But when we get there, I'm still here. Some people say I'm the Minister of Lagos State. I love Lagos State, you know. So the people of Iwerekua, is it? Iwereku community really commend the Honorable Minister for good work done, and the recover of of alignment of coastal road at Iwereju that being realigned to Community Hall and the Palace. Thank you. Is there no realignment the Lagos-Calabar at Ode-Oni corridor? Would the road encroach on the Pier Camp, Onia Camp, plant site after Ode-Oni? You should, we should set this, you know, the engagement, you know, latest by Wednesday. And I want you to put it on, you know, 2-3 newspapers, and also put it on scroll so that people will know where to go. So people will know. And then we begin to issue letters, you know, of revocation based on the revocation of the. Oh, okay. Okay. Have you cancelled Odoni Aworo Koro at, you know, J4 Junction? Yes? We've not. Okay, not cancelled. Iguma Osajen, representing residents along the Victoria Bay Estate, New Horizons, Second Estate Corridor. We have been cut off by the coastal road and do not have any service lanes to help us realign with the coastal road. When I come again, I would like to say this, because we are also making efforts, you know, we are putting, you know, retaining walls. There are places we must demarcate off the coastal because it's a highway, you know, where people are not supposed to. So where we're supposed to put a service lane, we will identify it and we'll be able to do that. We want, you know, the SSA to Mr. President Southwest is going to put a vote of thanks at the mass, but we want to also get a remarks and vote of thanks, especially from your Royal Majesties, so that we can sing the national anthem, and that will be this thing.
Thank you, Your Excellency. The Honorable Minister of Works, our indefatigable and hard-working minister, my own godfather and our own godfather. Kabiesio, our royal father's present, and Lesa, Moremi Omoyinkinyo, Kadekpelori, Kibata Pelese, Edekuishe Babawa, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. To my amiable and encouraging colleagues, Honorable Chioma and Honorable Gifts, I warmly welcome you to the Southwest region and also to the Center of Excellence, Lagos State. To my dear auntie and trailblazer, Engineer Keisha Olukorede, I greet you, ma. Ekushe Takuntako. Please permit me to stand on existing protocols, our wonderful directors, and the fantastic aides of our great Honorable Minister of Works. Welcome again to Lagos State. Gbogbo ará ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó, Èkó ò ní bàjẹ́ o. President Tinubu, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, wọ́n ní a kí yín o. He sends his warm regards of love and great service to you all. He says he is committed to the renewed hope agenda of delivering great infrastructure to Nigerian citizens. The stakeholders meeting is a symbolic aspect of governance. This shows the commitment of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to carry everyone, young, old, àgbàlagbà, ọmọ kékeré, àbúrò, bàbá, ẹ̀gbọ́n, ìyá. Oni pe wọ́n fẹ́ carry we along and also carry our communities along as we recognize the baales here. President wa àjọṣe ni wọ́n jẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ ṣe papọ̀. Also, the president is committed to ensuring that there is effective communication in his reforms and sterling development projects of this administration. We want you, our dear stakeholders present here, to own this development as stakeholders. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sowọ́pọ̀ kí a jọ ṣe ká lè jọ jẹ́. Ìlú Èkó ò ní bàjẹ́ o, ẹ ṣé gan ni o.
Good afternoon, sirs. Honorable Minister.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, sir. After
Honorable
that,
Minister, Royal Fathers on the high table. First of all, my name is Ahmed Tijani. I'm the president of Ijebu Waterside Club. Although we have discussed issue of waterside, but there's a particular area we want us to attend to. First of all, let me acknowledge and appreciate the work, the policy and the programs of the federal government that is being carried out through the president and also the minister. You will recall that in 2023, Emilokon was coined in Ogun State. And I'm sure by 2027, our Lokon will be coined in Ogun State also. And our Lokon means all of us Nigerians, not only Tinubu himself. He has now gathered us together. We have seen his impact. Please, let's join together to make sure that by 2027, the whole Nigerian people delivered him. Now, I want to appeal to you, that is the Honorable Minister, and through the SA also, for Ogun Waterside. We have been crying for development over the years, but one way or the other, we have not been blessed. And we believe that during this time of Asiwaju, Waterside should be blessed. And the only way to do that is to link Odeomi, to do a corridor road from Odeomi through Waterside to join J4. It will bring economic benefits to Ogun Waterside and it will open up that place. And the issue of Odeomi free trade zone is there. The government is planning to do one thing or the other there, and that will ease the traffic in Lagos and also assist Ogun State. Please, we will send you specifically to Asiwaju. Thank you.
Honorable Minister of Works, thank you. My people will say, "Ini, kole shekini." Maybe the federal works in Lagos will help me interpret. Thank you. I'm from Ogunwater side, like any one of them. And the prayer has always been that corridor, that Axia Bridge that will develop is the most backward local government in the entire state. If this onerous thing can be done for us, this bridge entering that place, that's the end of our problem in that local government. We thank you in advance. On behalf of all the KBCs that are here, on behalf of all the KBCs that are here, we want to thank the President Ahmed Bola Tinubu. We also want to appreciate our governor for creating this window of opportunity. Our governor told us that both of you are friends, that both of you are close, and that all these works can be done with this synergy, working together to achieve a common purpose of relieving our people from poverty. We want to thank all of you. At the same time, all of us, especially my Odeomi people, I think we can now rest, especially about the issue of realignment. The Honorable Minister has said there's nothing like that. So sound sleep for all of you that are here. It has been trouble. They left home 5 a.m., 6 a.m. They came in around 9, 8 into this place. And I'm sure that one is settled. And to all of us too, the minister is a man we call a man of pendosity. You will say it's not in grammar, Abi? Pen, dos, authority. The man has the pen, he can do it, and he has the authority. So the Honorable Minister is a man of pendosity. That corridor, that axis, God will do it. We want to thank you once more. As you are here safely, you arrive home safely. The Lord will keep all of you. Every desire of your heart, the Lord will meet. The development that is being championed by Shiwaju Tinubu, all of us will be alive to enjoy this benefit. Thank you very much. God bless you, Honorable Minister.
May we now rise for the national anthem. 1, 2, 3, go. Thank you. We shall have a group photograph. First, the high table with the Obas, with their majesties.
Please, there's refreshment of...
Welcome back from the live telecast. We'll now continue with our regular programs. Stay tuned.
The operatives also recorded successes at Port Harcourt Port Complex, Onne, River State, and in Nasarawa State as the commands and formations of the agency across the country